Welcome back to the Everyday Fishing Channel. Well, the lakes are frozen. Ice on the lakes, and it's not safe enough to walk on. It's real thin ice, thick enough you can't get anything through it. So we're at the creek. This is pretty much unfrozen all year long, and we're going to give it a shot. It's a little high right now because there's so much snow melting. You see the snow everywhere, right? So it's a little bit high. Normally there's a rock right out here that's sticking up out of the water, and it's covered today. So yeah, it's definitely high. I'll show you what we're going to do today. We're going to try out some new gear that I got for Christmas from a local, not a local, I'm sorry, but from a fellow YouTube channel. It's a channel called Fish Anything, and the gentleman on there owns a tackle company. The tackle company is MULE Fishing Supply, and he's got some pretty awesome ultralight fishing stuff, micro rigs and things like that. So we're going to use some of his stuff today. Let me see here. Let me get my jigs out, and we're gonna get rid of this old slip bobber rig and put on a mini slip bobber rig. Let's see if I can get this all in the shot, in the frame. Yeah, we're just gonna snip this one off like so. And we'll just put this in the tackle box for later. Normally I would take this all apart, put the extra string in my bag, things like that, but for video purposes, we're just gonna stick it in here. It'll be all right. As long as I can get it off of my gloves. There we go. And we're gonna grab a mule jig, 1/64 ounce, with I think that's a size 8 or a size 10 hook on it. A little bitty guy. That's the jig we're gonna use today. It's also from Mule Fishing. And surprisingly enough, I'm not gonna use the soft plastics today. I'm gonna go for a red worm just because of the conditions right now. I think it's a little, the water's a little high, the fish are gonna be a little bit finicky, and I don't think they're going for any artificials today. So we're gonna just try a red worm. I think that's our best bet. So we got our jig out. Let's get the old slip bobber off. Put it away. Yep, get the slip bobber off, and then check out these little bitty slip bobbers I got from Mule Fishing. These things are awesome. Itty bitty bitty. That's 0.75 inch, 3/4 of an inch right there. And you can peg them if you want, but I'm going to use it as a slip bobber today so I can adjust my depth a little easier. And we'll just slide it on. Put the line through that little bitty hole right there, which is turning out to be a little harder than I thought. All right, we got our bobber. Now let's see if I can tie this jig real quick. We're using 2-pound test line, and we're just gonna use a improved clinch knot today. I'm not gonna do anything fancy, just something so I can get fishing, man. We got to get lines in the water. We'll wrap the jig around, twist the jig around about 4 or 5 times. Make sure we're straight on the eyelet. Take your tag in, put it through that little loop you made, and then put your tag in through the other loop that you made. Which is sometimes a little tougher than you think. We almost got it. Almost got it. Ah, son of a gun. Now it's gonna give me trouble because it knows I'm recording. Come on with the improved clinch knot. Put it back through the loop. Shouldn't be that gall dang hard, gall dang. Alright, we got it. Sweet. Normally people wet this, but I'm not putting my mouth on this stuff. I just pull the knot down with my finger. Alright, we're tied up. Boy, gave us a little trouble there, didn't it? Alright, let's see here. Here's our bobber stop. We're only going to have it down a couple of feet. So we'll pull some line out, loosen up our drag, pull some line out, make sure that this is only a couple of feet down. That might be good. I'm gonna try it more shallow first. But yeah, slip bob or bobber stop, and then a little green bead up top there, and our bobber. Now all we need is a worm, and we'll be fishing. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, I haven't got any footage in like a week almost. See if I can't get another shot of my knee. All right, juicy little red worm. We'll put him on a third of the way and then thread him on the hook so the worm is the same shape as the hook. And we got some hanging off one side. See, we got some hanging off over here, some hanging off over there. All right, we're good to go. See what we can do. I'm gonna cast it over here by these rocks, which is where I think we'll get one. Oh, that was a perfect cast. Hope you guys can see that little pink bobber out there. I just want to see that bobber disappear. It's just slowly going downstream. Ever so slowly. Okay, now it's getting to the bottom. All right, the bobber stop is at the bobber. So we're down there where the fish are most likely going to be. I might should have put a little split shot on there, but I think we got enough distance out of it that we should be fine. Well, that wind is just blowing me all over the place though, ain't it? Son of a gun, it's blowing me. So is the current too. The current's just taking it way, way up there. All right, let's see that bobber disappear. Come on, little pink bobber, go bye-bye. Yep, it's time to go bye-bye, you little pink bobber. I know we're over there dragging the bottom, which is right where we need to be. Hey, oh boy, it looked like something was hitting it. just real windy. Hard to keep an eye on that bobber. It's so teeny tiny. Son of a gun. All right, let's try it over here. I'm gonna give it another cast back over there. This is where I think we'll catch him. Keep the rod tip down so the wind doesn't take the line all over the place. It's gonna be a hard day to fish. I have very little confidence in getting a fish today. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not sure if we'll get something or not because the water is so high. They don't like to bite when it's like this. They really don't. Especially in the winter time, you know, it's definitely a feat or an accomplishment if you catch a fish like this. Let me tell you. Definitely an accomplishment. Let's try it over here. By these rocks. Surely we'll get a bite over there. Catch them over there quite a bit.